A very good morning to all of you. We have completed our poem Ode to Autumn. The third stanza, I think I was in a hurry. Hope it's clear to you. I will just explain once more. The third stanza begin with a question, that is, where are the songs of spring? Where are they? Think not of them, thou hast thy music too. So here, the poet is putting such a question just because people think that autumn season hasn't got any songs. So, just to remind them that autumn season has got its own song. Need not be worried about the songs of spring, but be happy with the songs that autumn season has got. And then the next line tells about the beauty of nature, how the setting sun sends, or how it beautifies the nature. We know that when the day ends, when the sun sets, there is bright color, see not? So that bright color that cannot fall straight to the ground just because clouds will be just moving in the sky. And through the gaps of the clouds, that bright light will be falling down on the earth. And we know that ground, what type of ground it is. The cultivation is over, and so the stem of these grains, plants will be there. That is also golden in color. On those golden stems, the bright colors of the setting sun is falling down through the gaps of the clouds. And so, the poet is telling that it is different shaped flowers, bright flowers, and it is different shape just because the gaps of the clouds may not be the same. Different shapes it is. And so, it is said different shaped flowers are seen on the ground. Then we see the different songs of the autumn season. It is 5 songs are there. That is, the first one is the wailful choir of the gnats. Gnats, G-N-A-T-S, G silent, and gnats it is said. It is the small insects which grow by the side of river or paddy field. On the soft soil, it makes small holes and they live there. So there should be wet, moist soil it should be. So it can be found near the paddy field and the river banks. And there these gnats live. And when do they come out? They come out only in the evening. That is when the day is dying, when the day is ending. And when they come out, they may not be coming out 1 or 2. They will be coming in group. And these gnats, they will be going up and down according to the wind. When the wind is strong, they will go up. When the wind is weak, they come down. And while they go up and down, they flutter their wings. And the sound is produced by the fluttering of the wings, not by the mouth of these small insects. So the songs of the gnats is the sound produced by the fluttering of their wings. And the second one is bleating of the full-grown lamb. Bleating means the cry of the lamb. And it is not lambs, it is full-grown lambs. Lambs is the small one. Full-grown lambs means the bigger one, the matured one. It may be goat or sheep. They are sent to the hills to graze. Nobody will be just going, taking them there, tying there as we do. They will be just sent and they graze there. When evening they come down. While they come down, they will be bleating. And then third one is the song of the hedge crickets. Hedge means, I already told you, that is the boundary of the compounds. Now it is separated by the walls. But during olden days, there will be hedge, and on that hedge some thorns will be kept or some leaves will be kept in order to separate the compounds of different people. And see, this on these hedges the crickets live, and they also coming up during the at the end of the day when it is evening, and they start singing. Then the redbreast or robins, we know the birds will be coming to their resting places in the evening. They set out early in the morning and they come back by the evening. And while they come back, while they come back and they take rest on their nest, or and there will be some will be just perching birds. They will be coming and taking, they may not have nest and all. They will take rest on the branches of the trees. And these trees are found in the orchards, by the boundary of the orchards. And there they come together. They also start singing before they fall into sleep. And then the swallows, they also, I told you, after autumn season it is winter season. And so when it is winter, these swallows, they will migrate to some other countries. And the swallows are just singing or tittering, asking their friends to come together in order to set out their journey. So these are the 5 different songs that we see during the autumn season. So by now I think it's clear to you. See not? Now we will just go through the question answers. I have already sent you the notes, and in the notes the answers are marked. And now as we go through the exercise, the first section, as we have the questions for our examination, the exercise are also set in such a way. First 1 mark question, that may be fill in the blanks, or multiple choice question, or name the following, like that. It's 1 mark question. And then 2 marks question, that you may have to write 2 or 3 sentences for it. Then paragraph question, that is 100 words, that is you may have to write 1.5 pages. Then the paragraph essay type, that is 4 pages you can write. First we will see the first section, 1 mark question. Choose the right answer from the following. In which year was the Ode to Autumn written? The year it was clearly given in the introduction. I will send it to you. It is in the year 1819, and even the date is given 19th September. Then, with whom was Keats engaged in 1819? It is Fanny Brown. Then, figure of speech used in the line, the bosom friend of the maturing sun. Figure of speech, that is one of the grammatical section. And here, the figure of speech is personification. We see in the second line that autumn season is the close bosom friend of the maturing sun. So, there, sun and autumn season, they are considered as persons. So, it is personification. Okay. We have got other figures of speech, that is oxymoron, or iambic pentameter, we come in this poem itself. Then simile, metaphor, these are the other figures of speech. Now this is personification. Now we come to the second section, that is 2 marks question. There are 8 questions. If you have got that notes in front of you, you will be able to see the answers soon. The first one is, why is autumn called the season of mist and mellow fruitfulness? The first line, while I discussed the first line, I told you that it is season of mist because we are able to find coolness, or we find fog falling. It is just after autumn season, winter season. It's because of that. And it is mellow fruitfulness because the harvesting time, the fruits, the grains, everything is its maturity. Everything is ready to be harvested. And so that golden yellow color, that is mellow fruitfulness. If you go through your notes in the third paragraph, it is given, autumn is called the season of mist and mellow fruitfulness. There are mists during autumn season due to the advance of the winter season, and it is the time when fruits ripen to be harvested. Now the second question, who is called the bosom friend of the maturing sun? We know it is the autumn season is called the close bosom friend of the maturing sun. Now the third one, what constitutes the music of autumn? We have already discussed that 2 marks question only you have to write that it is the wailful choir of gnats. Then second one is the bleating of the full-grown lambs. Third one is song of the hedge cricket. And fourth one, the whistling of the redbreast. And fifth one is the twittering of the swallows. That is given in the second last paragraph. It consists of the choir of the gnats, the bleating of full-grown lambs, the singing of the hedge crickets, the whistle of the redbreast, and the twittering of the swallows. Now the fourth one, which feminine images was used by Keats to describe autumn? We know the feminine image is Ceres, the goddesses of agriculture, crops, fruits, vegetables, etc. The feminine image is the goddesses Ceres, and she is the goddesses of agriculture, crops, grains, fruits, etc. that you can find in the fourth paragraph. Autumn is personified as goddesses of harvesting, Ceres. Then fifth one, what makes the poet to put the question, where are the songs of the spring? It comes in the third stanza, first line. The poet has put this question just to make the people understand that not only spring season has got songs, autumn season has also its songs, and the 5 songs are given after that. So there in the last stanza of the last paragraph of the first page it is given. The third stanza starts with the rhetorical question, where are the songs of spring? Because many people think autumn has no songs. In spring there are different songs. The poet assures people that autumn has also songs. Then sixth one, explain barred clouds bloom the soft dying day and touch the stubble plains with a rosy hue. I already explained to you in the beginning of this class. That is, the day is setting, the day is ending, and so the bright light of the sun is falling down through the gaps of the clouds to the harvested ground. And we know the harvested ground has got a golden color stubs, and on this when it falls it brightens, and the gaps of the clouds may not be of the same, and so different shaped flowers are found on this ground. That is what it is said. Then the seventh question, why is it said that the summer has overbrimmed the clammy cells of bees? We already saw in the last lines of the first stanza that the honey bees, they collect enough and more nectar during the summer season and fill their cells, and it is just overflowing. But the honey bees are never lazy. They will go on collecting, and as they find flowers in the autumn season, they think that summer season is not over, and they start collecting nectar from the flowers. They will be filling it in their honeycomb, and it is overflowing. And why it is said clammy? We know the honey is a sticky fluid, is it not? And that is why it is said clammy. And you will be able to find the answer that is in the third paragraph, last lines. During the summer, a lot of flowers bloom. The bees collect the honey from these flowers and deposit it in their cells. Thus, the cells become clammy and they start overflowing with honey. Then the last question. What is the wailful choir described by Keats in stanza 3? That is the first song of the autumn season described or told in the poem. And we know that is the gnats is a small insects which live by the side of the paddy field or river bank. When the day ends, it comes out in groups. Swarms of gnats will be coming out, and according to the wind, they will be going up and down. If the wind is heavy or strong, they go up, and when the wind is weak, they come down. So while they move up and down, they flutter their wings, and this fluttering of the wings produces the sound, not by their mouth, but the wailful choir is the sound of the fluttering of the wings of these gnats. And it can be found in the last paragraph of the first page. The wailful choir is the noise made by the small gnats living along the river. It seems they are mourning the departing day. As the swarms of gnats fly up and down, some noise is produced, and the poet considers the swarms as the mournful choir singing the funeral song of the parting day. Now we come to the paragraph questions. Paragraph question, I told you it is 100 words and it should be written down nearly 1 to 1.5 paragraphs. 5 marks question. And then the first one is, how does the poet personify autumn in Keats' poem? We can see personification means considering something as person, and here autumn season is considered as a feminine image. And first we see that autumn season is the close bosom friend of the maturing sun. And in the second stanza we see that as a goddesses, it is found in the store. Then at the granary floor, it is sitting carelessly. Then in the field where the reaping has to be done, there we see autumn season sleeping just because of the few of the poppies. Then we see autumn season like a gleaner crossing the brook. Then finally we see that it is sitting patiently at the cedar press to see the last drop falling down. So these are the personifications we find in this poem. Then the second question, comment on Keats' treatment of nature. Keats is a nature poet, and we can, all throughout the poem, we are able to see the beauty of nature. In the first stanza, we see how the autumn season is asking the maturing sun to fill the nature with beauty. She is asking the vine should be filled with bunches and bunches of grapes. Apple tree should be filled with enough and more fruits to bend the branches, and the fruit should be so tasty. Then the gourd should be swelled. The hazel nut should be that is should be plumbed. And when we come to the second stanza, we see how the farmers fill their stores with grains for the further use, how the harvested grains are brought into the granary floor, then how the gleaner picks up the fallen grains, and how at the cedar press, how the farmer is just waiting to fall down the last drops. And even in the third stanza we sing different beautiful songs. So through all these lines we are able to understand the beauty of nature, how Keats describes the beauty of nature. And the fourth question also almost the same answer you are able to write, that is, explain the lyrical images in Ode to Autumn. Images you have to say. Different images, that is wine, apple tree, gods, or the hazel. Then we can see the gleaner, or how the farmer sits in the store or at the cedar press. All these are the images, and you can explain how it is. And the third question, that is, what characterizes the music of autumn? We have already discussed in the beginning of the class, that is the songs of the nuts, then the bleating of the full-grown lamb, the song of the hedge cricket, the singing or the whistling of the robin or redbreast, and last twittering of the swallows. So these are the 4 paragraph questions, and we have got 2 essays. Essays, I told you, you have to write an introduction. Introduction can be of the poem and the poet. You can just prepare 2-3 sentences about the poet and about the poem. Then the answer should be put into different paragraphs. It can be 4 to 5 paragraphs. Each point can be explained in a paragraph, and a conclusion should be given. So like that, essay should be written. It is now 10 marks question, 300 words, 3 to 3.5 pages you can write. We cannot just go on counting the words. We consider one page as 100 words. So, the first, both the essays can be of the same, and see, write the introduction and points in different paragraphs. The first essay, that is Ode to Autumn, is one of the thematically rich odes of English literature discussed. I have already given the answer, that is only points are given there. As you have listened to my class, I am sure you are able to write the explanation of those points. The first point is, that is theme of transience of life. So see, here we are able to see life is not a fixed one. We may be living in this world for some years, then we have to die. We will die, sure and certain, that is. All the things are like that. There is no, we cannot have a fixed, we are not fixed in this world. And see, the points are given. The sun is growing old as he is maturing fruits. The sun, we know the sun will be setting in the rising in the morning, and it will be setting in the evening. And the fruits, they will come into fruits. It will be very small. It will mature and it will be harvested. Then the reaper, see how the reaper, he harvests everything. And see that harvesting the plants, the seeds, when it is planted, it germinates, sapling will be coming out, then the trees, and then it matures. It has to be harvested. Then here the nuts, we know how they are. It is baleful choir, it is said, just because the day is ending. And see, they also coming out only in the evening. When it is night, they also stop there. Everything has got only a limited period. Then the theme of joy. See, all these things, we know it has got a limited time. But see, when it comes up, it has got a joy. When a child is born to this world, how happy we people are. But the time comes, he has to leave the world. And see, season of fruitfulness also. See, when the vines, when it is full of grapes hanging here and there, how happy we are. The apple trees, when it gives the fruits, or the gourds, when it is swell and some plumby hazel, we are happy to enjoy all these things. But there comes a time that it has to be over. Harvesting is done. So that no more these fruits or flowers or grains are found. That is the third point, that joy is mixed with sorrows. There we are able to see when it comes up, there is happiness. But when it is over, we are sorrowful. About birth and the death, we are able to see. When somebody is born, we are happy. But when they die, we weep. When the harvesting, that is when the fruits and all, when it comes up, we are very much happy to see how it is growing up. And when it is mature, we are much more happy. We are happy that we are able to get that fruits. We are able to taste it. But see, after harvesting, that is also, when it is eaten, that is over. And about the grains that is kept in the store, we are happy, oh, we can use it for further use. But see, when after using and using, it will be over. And when the harvesting, that is harvested out, everything is taken out, only the empty field will be there. So everything, there is happiness and sorrows. Life is not one-sided. It has got two. The coin has got two sides. The life, the everything on earth, all the living things has got two sides. Life and death. Happiness and sorrows. See not. So that is what we see in this poem too. And see, these points I have given you, you can just write the explanation of these points. And thus essay can be completed with a concluding paragraph. You have to write a paragraph. And see, in the introduction, somebody just asked me what is iambic pentameter. So the second paragraph, it is written, the poem is divided into 3 stanzas of 11 lines written in iambic pentameter. Iamb, a flute is called an iamb. It is pentameter means, penta means 5. That is, in a line, you will be able to see 5 syllables unstressed, followed by 5 stressed. That is, 1 unstressed syllable followed by 1 stressed syllable. Again, 1 unstressed, stressed. It goes like that. 5 sets of unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed, like that. You are able to see. That is called iambic pentameter. If you go through all the lines, you are able to see. See, you take the first line, there you are able to see, zen. So, see, silent. I told syllable, not words. So, in season, zen. So, see, silent, and zen, it is stressed. Unstressed, stressed. Then, off, again, silent. Miss. So, going up and coming down. Then, mellow, it goes up. Mellow, so comes down. Then, full, again going up, fullness. So, it is like that. Coming first unstressed, then stressed, it goes. So, if you take one line from the last stanza, 6th line, among the river swallows born aloft, there also it is the same. See, A, silent. A, monk, goes up. Then, the, coming down. Riv, going up. coming down, sa goes up, lows coming down, then born going up, o born low, so a coming down, low going up. So there is unstressed followed by stressed, like that 5 sets we are able to see. That is iambic pentameter. So that is the figure of speech. Then I think I have completed this poem. The discussions, I hope is clear. If you have got any doubts concerning this, you will be able to contact me and ask. I can explain to you. As you have put into different classes, we can take like this only, because Google Meet it's not possible with 210 students. So listen to this audio, understand the poem, and if you have got again any doubt concerning these question answers or the lines, you can just make a call. I will explain to you. Okay then, bye. See, you will be given link. You have to mark your attendance. I told you those who know the admission number can. There is option. You can. Name should be written down, and if you know the admission number, you can mark it. Otherwise, no need. Okay. Then, good.